So when we talk about email marketing, it generally means that you are communicating with your customer or with your consumer through emails. Now, you all must be aware of different platforms, must have used different platforms like Uber, like Airbnb. All of these platforms have a consumer journey that goes on. And you must be receiving different emails throughout every step. Let's say you booked a resort through Airbnb. The moment you sign up, you'll get an email. Then they would send you an email if you've left something in your cart and you haven't bought it. Then once you confirm your order, you'll get an email. Once you are about to start your journey, you will get an email. So all these different steps, once you finish your journey, you will get another email of a thank you, let's say. So you are receiving emails throughout every step of your consumer journey, and that's exactly what we want to learn now. So in order to do that, I'm going to take my prompt, copy it from here, and then let's take it to ChatGPT. What I'm telling ChatGPT to do is create a 200-word email for each step of the consumer journey. Make each email sound exciting so that it develops consumer interest in the brand. Here, ChatGPT has given me an output, but it has stopped at intent. So now I'm going to, such glitches can happen and such shortcomings can happen with ChatGPT, but it's no problem. I'm now going to ask ChatGPT what happened. Hey, you did not give me emails after the intent part of the consumer journey. Can you please provide these as well? So let's see. Once I cross-question with ChatGPT, it has given me the other emails as well. Guys, this is something that can happen, and this is where prompt engineering and its mastery comes in, that you wouldn't think that, okay, ChatGPT glitch, now I can't work. No, you have to remind it, and you have to question it again to provide you the details. So even after this prompt, it still did not give me the re-engagement email. So I had to prompt again, and I said I want the re-engagement email as well. And then I got provided with all the emails. So now let's go to the top and let's read through them. Let's read the awareness email. It goes like, elevate your workday with innovative standing desks. Hey, consumer name, ever wondered what a game changer for your workspace looks like? Look no further. We're thrilled to introduce our standing desk designed to transform the way you work. Say goodbye to discomfort and hello to ergonomic bliss. Why our desks? They're giving reasons why our desks should be bought. Curious? Explore the future of work on our website and be part of a healthier, more productive you. So as you can see, this is just an awareness email. They're only and only telling about the benefits. And if you look at the interest email, now we're trying to build on the awareness that has already been made. In the interest part, you're now going to push some of the benefits of your product towards the consumer, and ChatGPT has done exactly that. If you can see, it says educational content awaits. Discover the ergonomic wonders of our desks, learn about the positive impact on your health and focus, dive into the customization options for a workspace that reflects you. So now we are trying to draw the consumer closer and closer to our product because we want to take the consumer towards the consideration steps that the consumer considers our product. And as you can see in this phase, ChatGPT has given you a comparison. Explore how we outshine competitors in quality and features, uncover the unique aspects that make our desks customer favorites. So now it has started focusing on creating a serious consideration within the consumer about our desk, and what's a better way to do that than to compare yourself with a competitor. If you go towards the intent email, now it's drawing the consumer towards a free trial or taking a sample which can be made available on request. This is an additional idea that ChatGPT has given you. So guys, if you read through all these emails, it will give you a very good idea of what possibilities exist. You could keep a free sample, and there is a possibility that until now you might not have thought of this idea. But as ChatGPT gives you an output, it clicks, and you would say that, okay, maybe I can give a free sample. So then you go towards the purchase site, seal the deal, explore our catalog to choose the perfect desk for your purchase. In every step, it's taking the consumer towards the next level. And that is the power of ChatGPT, because now you have your consumer journey and you have exactly every email that can be written with coinciding with that consumer journey. Let's say that I want to take a different route. I don't want my awareness email to just focus on the benefits. I want it to focus on the size of my company as well, so that I can build credibility and authority amongst the consumers. So I can prompt ChatGPT and say, let's pick the awareness email, stick with the current text, but also add some details about the company, size, and credibility, actually authority, over superior design. Sorry, superior design. Let's see what we get. So guys, now as you can see, it has included a whole section of company size in the email, and says, as a leading player in the ergonomic furniture industry, we've grown to become a dash, mention the number of years, so you can provide that information. Our expansive journey is a testament to the trust and satisfaction of our community. So now you've just prompted, and ChatGPT has added a whole new section to the email. Now I could make this email longer as well. I could say, make this email 500 words long. Add more details and some reviews from customers. Let's see what we get now. If you notice now, ChatGPT has also included some reviews from your customers. Mind you, you don't even have customers right now, but what ChatGPT has done is it has run through industry data, and it has kind of made placeholder reviews from your customers that can be added to your initial email. Now, I'm not telling you to add those, but I'm just trying to show you the power of ChatGPT, that it can give you such ideas. So now, once you have sold some of the units to consumers, you can collect their feedback, and from that point, you could include those reviews in your emails as well. One more thing that if you look at, it has given some very good tips as well, just like the promotion that you can see at the end. As you can see, exclusive offer for early explorers. As a token of our appreciation, enjoy an exclusive 10% offer, let's say, on your first purchase. Use code. It has given the code as well, that you can generate a code, plug it into the email, the introductory email, and maybe try to generate some sales right at the beginning. So guys, you can see the power of ChatGPT that is giving you some amazing ideas at the same time. And this makes your email marketing strategy top-notch and very, very effective. Now what you can do from here, as always, as I tell you, you can take this whole consumer journey and you can take all these emails, you can send them to your client and say that these are the emails or this sort of emails will suit with every step of the consumer journey for your product. And then let's see what the client says. Once they've given you feedback and they want some of the things changed, what you can do is you can make those changes by reprompting ChatGPT just the way I did, changing the length, changing the tone, or adding or subtracting some of the details in those emails. It's extremely easy and it is extremely doable. So every request that comes from your client is totally catered now, and you don't have to shy away. So now we will be moving towards social media as a means of communication in different parts, or in every part of a consumer's journey. Now, if you remember, the consumer journey that ChatGPT had shared with us was around 9 steps, starting from awareness and going all the way to re-engagement. Now, social media can be used for all these purposes, or you could use social media selectively as well. You could be emailing in some steps, and you could be using social media messaging in the others. That choice is yours. I am going to show you now how to create that social media post for your business that can be used in any step of the consumer journey. So let's say we are going towards the awareness phase, and we are going to use this prompt to create an Instagram post for our business. It goes like, using the IDA framework for copywriting, write an awareness stage Instagram post for my standing desk page. Word limit is 100 words. Make the post youthful, exciting, and innovative. Now, as you can see, I have again given it the IDA framework because I want to remind ChatGPT that now I want to engage that copywriting framework more actively. In the email section, I hadn't done that because I still wanted my emails to be more impromptu in nature. But now, if I'm stepping towards social media, I can engage the framework again so that ChatGPT is reminded once more that it has to use the IDA framework. Let's see what we get from ChatGPT. So as you can see, ChatGPT has definitely given me some text, and it's pretty good. If you read through it, it goes like, elevate your game, unleash the power of innovation with the name of our brand, then say goodbye to the ordinary and hello to ergonomic brilliance, transform your workspace, etc., with some very good hashtags. I did not ask ChatGPT to add emojis, but it still has. That makes the post more interesting. But a few things are also missing from this post. And now I want to show you the power of prompt engineering, that you have to tell ChatGPT even the tiniest things that you want. So you could ask ChatGPT to give you some ideas for the visuals that should be used in this post. And also, you can ask ChatGPT to add more hashtags or even a call to action in this caption, because I see that as missing. So now I'm going to ask ChatGPT, can you please give me ideas for the visuals that should be used for this post? Further, can you also add a call to action for the consumer, driving them to the website? Because you want to make sure that the traffic goes from your page to your website where the consumers will be buying the product. So let's take them there and see what ChatGPT gives us. So as you can see now, ChatGPT has given you 4 ideas for the visuals that can be used. It has, let's read the first one. A sleek standing desk in a modern home office setting surrounded by plants and natural light, emphasizing a healthy and vibrant workspace. Now, you might have also thought of a visual of a standing desk that you can show in your post, but ChatGPT is giving you some other additional details like using some green plants, using some good light, and also showing a vibrant workspace. So that is the added benefit of having ChatGPT by your side. Other than that, if you look at the call to action, it has given you a good one. With the emoji, it says, swipe up now or click the link in the bio to discover the innovation. Your perfect standing desk awaits. ChatGPT knows that for Instagram, the link is always shown in the bio, and that is exactly what it's pointing towards. Now I'm going to show you some different iterations of what you can do with the social media. So let's say we say, can you please make an Instagram post for all the 9 steps of the consumer journey you had given me earlier. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to redirect ChatGPT towards the data that had been provided by ChatGPT earlier. I'm trying to redirect it towards there so that it can take that into consideration and then give me now Instagram posts for every step of the journey. I want to show you that you can use every channel for every step of the journey, and you can also use a mixture. I'm going to show you the mixture right at the end. Let's focus on the individual ones. Let's see what we get. So guys, just look at the amazing output that we just got. From the awareness stage all the way to re-engagement and advocacy, it's catering to every step of the consumer journey. So now I would recommend that you should read through all of these steps. You should understand how ChatGPT is recommending the usage of Instagram in every step of the consumer journey. And another important step, yes, please copy these and please post them into your Google Sheets so that you have them saved as in your repository and you can relate them with them again whenever needed. So please paste them. I'm going to do that over here. Let's bold in this and then let's go back. Now what I can do is I can this is some gold that ChatGPT just gave me, because if you look at every stage, it's giving you an idea about the visual. Let's look at the awareness, eye-catching image of a sleek standing desk, which it had given me earlier as well. Then it gives you the caption, discover the game changer, the brand, elevate your routine, and embrace the future of ergonomic design, etc., etc. You can add call to action to every desk. Let's try and do that. Let's add a call to action for all these posts. Let's see what we get now. You see, you got a call to action for every step. For the awareness, ready to stand out, explore the future of work with your desks, click the link in the bio. Curious about the benefits, dive into the world of comfort and productivity, tap the link to learn more. In the interest stage, consideration stage, intent stage, purchase, every stage you have a call to action now. Now what we can do is, please arrange posts for the 9 steps of the consumer journey in a table. These include the visual idea, the caption, and the call to action in the table. Now let's see what we get. So there you go, guys. Now we have everything in a tabular form. You can pick this whole table and just shoot it out to your client, shoot it out to your manager, and show them that you have done the work in a very, very organized manner. You show them that you've done your homework, you have all the points ready, and now all that is needed is deliberation by them. They have to think about all these ideas and they have to tell you what they want removed, what they want added, or what they want changed. And then, based upon their recommendations, you can use your prompting to bring about those changes in your emails, in your Instagram posts, and wherever you want them. So something similar with Facebook. All we have to do is we will be just using our IDA framework prompt from here. I'll copy this. I'll paste it here, and now this time I don't want to repeat the whole process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy these as well, so that ChatGPT knows that it has to include the call to action and all the other stuff. Hashtags, a call to action, and also an interesting heading to the post. These divided into paragraphs. And then the last part was that I also asked for ideas for visuals. So I'm just going to do that here as well. Give me ideas for visuals that should be used for this post. Let's see what we get. So now, as opposed to before, you have everything in the post. Just one thing is different, that it has broken down the paragraphs, and we can reprompt ChatGPT and say that a follow-up prompt could just say that just combine them into one paragraph, or remove the heading of paragraph like the way I showed you in the blogs. You can ask it to remove headings such as introduction, which looks extremely absurd. So in your post, paragraph 1, paragraph 2 written would look extremely weird, and you don't want to do that. So you can ask ChatGPT to remove that as well. But if you look at this post, you get a good heading, you get your paragraphs with the content, and it says revolutionize your workspace with our sleek standing desk, boost energy, stay focused, etc., etc. So it's building the attention. Transform your work routine, stand, move, thrive. Our standing desks are not just furniture, they're a lifestyle upgrade. Join the movement, trying to develop that desire. Then taking it towards the interest. And then trying to use hashtags and call to action to bring some sort of an action from this post. And then you also have around 5 ideas for the visuals. And if you look at right at the bottom, it says, ensure the visuals are vibrant, youthful, and showcase the exciting benefits of using your standing desk. So ChatGPT is reiterating on the visuals, what sort of visual it should create. Now, you can use the previous tactics of making this for every step of the consumer journey, and then also converting it into a tabular form. Now what we'll do is, I'm going to show you how to make a LinkedIn post. Now guys, even with a LinkedIn post, the main idea is the same. You will be using the same prompt to create some copy for your LinkedIn post. But just one thing that I want to point out about LinkedIn is that LinkedIn is a different platform, and it is strictly for the usage of professionals. Now, you could be a person looking for jobs, giving out jobs, but LinkedIn in essence is very, very highly connected with your professional image. So you have to make sure that the copy that you write for your LinkedIn post is extremely professional. Yes, you can be a little exciting, innovative, but the primary thing should be to sound a little professional in your post, because mind you, you are now strictly attracting professionals or even companies that might be looking for brands that provide standing desks, and they could use that for your for their own offices, or even give them to their workers who are working remotely. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the same same prompt, paste it over here, replace Instagram with Facebook, with LinkedIn. The word limit will be the same, and then I say make the post youthful, exciting, and innovative. Over here, I'm going to say, please note, this post is for LinkedIn, and it needs to sound very professional. Also, try to address companies. Actually, we'll do this in the second step. Let's look at the real and the organic output that we get. So let's go. So now, since ChatGPT is running into the habit of giving me paragraphs, I'm going to prompt it, please avoid giving paragraphs as headings. It does not look professional. Let's see what the output is like. Combine these into one paragraph or smaller ones. Actually, let's not confuse it, and let's combine it into one paragraph. So now, as you can see, you have everything ready. You have your professionalism in the post as well. You can see that it says desks redefine productivity and well-being, crafted for professionals who prioritize health and performance. So now I have incorporated the professionalism in my LinkedIn post as well. The next step would be to learn how to write an About Us section for your LinkedIn. Now let's talk about something more specific with LinkedIn. Imagine that you are now trying to address a webinar to your consumers. Like, you remember the consumer journey that ChatGPT gave us. Some sections had this idea about introducing a webinar to collect data from consumers or to develop their interest. So let's say we want to post about this webinar on our LinkedIn page because professionals would be viewing it. There's a higher chance of getting traction. So create a post for a webinar being hosted by my standing desk business. I want to put this post about the webinar on LinkedIn. I can also ask for ideas about this webinar. Give me some ideas about what to talk about in this webinar. So let's see what we get. Actually, we also add a call to action. Let's see. So guys, as you can see over here, I have the whole skeleton for my post. I have my ideas. I can talk about the science of ergonomics, the productivity hacks, choosing the right desk for you, remote work revolution. So these are different topics that I can address in my webinar. And if you look at the heading, that's an amazing one. It says, Mastering Productivity, the Impact of Ergonomic Workspaces on Professional Success. So this is extremely generic, and it can apply to so many industries. ChatGPT has given you a very generic post with some very good ideas and some very good copy as well. If you see over here, join us for an insightful webinar as we delve into the secrets of optimizing your work, etc., etc. Then from the call to action, secure your spot for the webinar and elevate your productivity gain. Register here. It's giving you the registration link as well. So now I have shown you an example of how LinkedIn can be used in one of the steps of the consumer journey. If you decide to go with LinkedIn for all the consumer journey steps, then you can do that too. But mind you, once again, the efficiency of using one single platform for all the steps of the consumer journey might be a little different from using a mix of these platforms. So now next, let's look at how you can imitate or how you can feed or train ChatGPT with the tone or the language being used by a specific person on LinkedIn or Instagram, and then try to mimic that in your Instagram or LinkedIn post. So now let's assume that you want to mimic or you want to copy someone's style on Instagram, and you are trying to write something similar to theirs because you think that they have written it in an amazing manner or it really resonates with the consumers. So you can do that too. You can train ChatGPT on the tone and the style of other accounts on Instagram, and ChatGPT can basically read through them and learn how they're writing, what sort of format are they following, and we can do that easily. So if you remember, we had two competitors for our standing desk business, Progressive Desk and Motion Gray. I went to the Instagram of Motion Gray and I found this post to be a little interactive, and as you can see, it says your workstation is your productivity hub, power up with Motion Gray. They have divided the essentials of this business into 4 categories. Then there is a call to action as well, some good hashtags too. So let's copy it and let's take it to ChatGPT. I'll say, let's paste this first. And then I'll say, I am uploading the text from the Instagram post of one of my standing desk competitors called Motion Gray. Then I'll say, please understand the format and tone being used. Try to write a similar post for the intent stage of my consumer's journey. Let's see what we get from ChatGPT now. I'll say this is the Instagram post. So guys, as you can see, ChatGPT has given me something almost similar. It has divided the essentials into the same category, similar kind of a call to action. Now, I would like to point out over here, the idea is not to cheat. The idea is not to entirely copy another brand. But what I'm saying is that this world is filled with success stories. It's filled with people or with brands who have been successful in getting their message across. So it's always a good idea to look at their tone or the style that they're adopting. Motion Gray was not the best post out there, because it did not generate a lot of replies or likes. But the point over here was to teach you how ChatGPT can be trained on different competitors, their style or their tone of their content, and then it can be used to allow ChatGPT to provide you something similar, which you can later edit and even play further with it. So that gives you a very, very good competitive edge over your competitors. Now, let's move towards LinkedIn and see how this can be done on LinkedIn as well. So let's say that I want to write the About Me section for my LinkedIn page, for the LinkedIn page of my business. I really like this company called Apollo, and I will be looking at their page. And if you look at their About Me section, it goes like combines a buyer database of over 270 million contacts and powerful sales engagement and automation tools in one easy to use platform, etc., etc. So a lot of good details over here, which I would love to use. I love their way of writing, so I'm going to copy this and I'm going to take this to ChatGPT, paste it over here, and then I'll say, I am uploading the text from the About Me section of Apollo. Sorry for that. Apollo.io's LinkedIn. Please understand their tone and style and write a similar About Me section for the LinkedIn page of my standing desk business. Now I want to see what I get. So as you can see, ChatGPT has given me a much lengthier About Me section. It has divided it into different sections called Empowering Spaces, Global Impact, Trusted by Professionals, Exciting Milestones, Elevate Your Workspace with our brand. So it has definitely followed the style, but it hasn't been very concise in delivering the style that you were looking for. So what you can do is you can say combine all these headings into a synthesized About Me section. Word limit is, let's say, 100 words. And this also becomes a lesson for you and even for myself, that every time you use ChatGPT for a long format content, please do give it a word limit, because otherwise it's just going to go on and on and on. So it's just best practice to give it word limit, just like I have done now. So now you may see that it has combined the different sections, and it has combined them and synthesized them into 100 words paragraph, which can be easily used for the About Me section. Now, the tiniest detail that you could notice over here is that it says impacting dash number of countries, joint professionals worldwide who choose the brand with recent milestones like dash. And it says highlight over there. So it is now trying to mimic Apollo.io as much as it can. Apollo had used a lot of numbers in their About Me section to build some sort of a credibility or authority in the market or on the LinkedIn space. And that's exactly what ChatGPT has done for my About Me section too. So that shows you the accuracy and the power of ChatGPT and how well it can create content for you. Now, next, I want to take you towards YouTube and TikTok scripts. Now, let's say that your consumer journey, the ChatGPT gave you, it has one point about making a podcast that covers the benefits of standing desks. Yes, that can be easily done. But let's say you don't know how to write a script and you really struggle at writing a script for a YouTube podcast or any video for that matter. So what we can do is we can ask ChatGPT to prepare a script of the podcast of the questions that have to be asked in this podcast. What we'll do is I'll go to my main page and I'll copy this prompt that I have created and let's paste it into ChatGPT. And it goes like, you are an expert script writer. I wanted to write a script, so now I'm giving it the identity of a script writer. Please write a script for a podcast on the topic of standing desks. I want to encourage viewers the benefits of standing desks. I want to encourage viewers to visit the website of my standing desk business through this podcast. The podcast will be an hour long and is aimed at remotely working professionals. So as you can see here, ChatGPT has given me a list of different questions that can be asked. And the most interesting part over here is that it has divided the podcast into different sections, which makes it even more interesting. If we go through it, there's an introduction of just saying hello, introducing the brand, talking about innovation, etc., etc. Then there are different segments. The first one, setting the stage. It goes like, let's kick off by understanding the challenges faced by remote workers, prolonged sitting. Oh, we've all been there. But what if I told you there's a revolutionary solution? Say hello to standing desks. Today we'll explore the science behind them and how they are transforming the way we work. So, brilliant. Such an amazing introduction to the whole idea of standing desks in a podcast, and I'm sure that after this, the listeners would be interested in knowing what's next. After that as well, ChatGPT has given some very good segments entailing the health revolution, then boosting productivity, real stories, real impact, taking the stories from real people to show the real impact to consumers or the viewers. So in essence, it has divided the podcast into some very good sections, and it gives you a broader idea of what should be included in your podcast. And we can also ask ChatGPT to give us different ideas for podcasts. So this would be follow-up prompting from ChatGPT, and I could say, can you give me ideas for topics for more podcasts on standing desks. Let's see what it says. So now you have round about 10 very good topics that can be used to create more podcasts. Now you can even create a whole series of 10 episodes of podcasts and, just to start releasing one every week. And this could also mean that you can create one podcast for every step of the consumer journey. You can have a different script created by ChatGPT for every part of the journey, and then make your podcast and publish them on YouTube. So now let's see if ChatGPT can create scripts for all these 10 different topics. But an even more interesting idea over here would be to introduce some sort of a tone or a style in this aspect, and maybe we can use some very inspirational person or a famous person like, let's say, Jay Shetty. So what we'll do is we'll go to a YouTube channel. I already took out a YouTube video of Jay Shetty, and it's about avoid these mistakes that run your day. And over here, what you can do is you can go to this part down below where it says transcript. Over here, you'll select show transcript, and the transcript just comes and shows over here. So what you do is you copy the whole transcript from here. It's a pretty long transcript since it's around about a 10-minute video. So just copy all of this. Sorry if this is slow. Yeah. So copy it, take it to ChatGPT, and then just paste them here, right? And at the top, now you go to the top, and you have to start prompting now. Now you say, I am uploading an interview / podcast by Jay Shetty. Please write a scripts for all the 10 ideas given above. Make sure you write these in the tone of Jay Shetty's script that I have provided. Following is Jay's script. Okay, so let's see what it says. So as you can see, yes, ChatGPT has given me a script for all the 10 ideas, but it has done a very lousy job. What I'm trying to say here is that we overloaded ChatGPT with too many things. We asked it for too many things in one prompt. So I wanted to show this to you that you have to break down your prompt. And a good idea would be that if it has given you 10 ideas, let's say, what you can do is, since it's a script and it's every podcast is 1 hour long, that's a lot of material for ChatGPT to give. So you can divide this into podcast by podcast. What you can do is, I see, if you talk to it like an assistant, I see I gave you too many things to do. Let's create the script for the first 2 ideas. The podcast is supposed to be 1 hour long. I'd say each. Please make sure you write the script is in Jay Shetty's style provided to you. Let's see. Now, as you can see, I have a detailed script for the 2 ideas that I told ChatGPT to write about. And if you read through them, hey there, soul seekers. Welcome to today's journey into the world of transformation. Ever pondered the profound impact of our surroundings on our well-being? Today, we unravel the science behind standing dust, a powerful force reshaping our works and lives. Get ready to unlock the secrets that make them a true game changer. Now, if you notice the first 2 lines where it says, hey there, soul seekers, Jay Shetty is someone who talks about this kind of stuff. He uses this sort of material a lot in his videos. Soul seekers, getting your life straight, fighting with setbacks, etc., etc. So that's the kind of tone ChatGPT has taken in this script, and it's trying to give you a podcast script which is very much in line with how Jay Shetty talks. So that's extremely powerful. And guys, it shows you the power of ChatGPT and how it can be used efficiently, how through the right kind of prompting to give you the output that you're looking for. And if not that, it can definitely give you some very, very good ideas that you can then build upon or make your scripts, make your social media content around that. Next, what I want to show you is how to create a whole content calendar And now it becomes interesting because now we'll be going towards the usage of multiple platforms at the same time and create a calendar out of that. So let's dive into that. In order to create the content calendar, it's important to understand that content calendar is not a brief, actually, a detailed idea about what you'll be doing throughout a span of time. Could be a week, could be 2 weeks, could be 4 weeks. So now, mind you, again, we are in a situation where we could be asking too many things from ChatGPT at the same time. So let's create an initial prompt which asks for all the details from ChatGPT, and then let's see how the output is, and then we can always cross-question with ChatGPT to get what we are looking for. So I'm going to go with this prompt. I've created it for you. I'm going to copy it. Let's paste it in ChatGPT, and it says, I want to create a content calendar for 4 weeks for my standing desk business. I want to use Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok as part of this strategy. I do not want to post anything on the weekend. Please create this content calendar with ideas of visuals, captions, and call to actions for each post. ChatGPT has given me content calendar for 4 weeks, right? And if you go into the first week, you can see that week 3 and week 4 has been done in a sort of a lousy manner. It has tried to combine them together. So my first prompt over here will be, can you please expand on the strategies for week 3 and week 4. Notice over here that it says repeat a similar structure, alternating content types and adjusting the visuals, captions, and call to action for variety. Now let's say that I don't want to use my brain to do that, and I want ChatGPT to give me those as well. I don't want it to just direct me in somewhere and not give me details. So I'm going to ask for the details from ChatGPT. Can you please expand on the strategies for week 3 and 4? I want details. Let's see. Now we have content calendar for week 3 and week 4 as well. Now, if you focus on it in detail, and I would request you to just pause and read through in great detail about this whole calendar so that you can get an idea how it's engaging all the platforms. But if you give some close consideration, it has given you a visual, engaging image, video of a stylish standing desk setup, caption, elevate your work game, and then hashtags as well. There's a call to action too. But in each week, it is trying to follow the same pattern. Mondays, Instagram, Tuesdays, Facebook, Wednesdays, LinkedIn, Thursdays, YouTube, and then TikTok. Again, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok. And then even for week 3 and 4, it's doing the same thing. Let's say I don't want to do that, and I want to mix and match all the platforms. Then I'm going to prompt, can you please, or actually I'll say, I don't want to follow a static schedule for each platform. Can you mix and match them for every week? Because you must take this into attention that once you're dealing with a client or even with your own brand's manager, there can be a situation where they could say that you are trying to replicate the same thing for every week. So, number one, either you should have a very good reasoning for that I want to maintain a similar kind of presence on every platform every week. You have to sort of turn around and play around with these platforms in order to give a variety to the consumer so that the consumer doesn't get bored with your content or with your strategy. ChatGPT, yes, it has mixed and matched the platforms, but it hasn't changed the strategy that it was following for every day. So I can reprompt ChatGPT and say that I do not want to follow the post on Instagram every Monday. Can you please alternate the platforms between days of the week? Yes, I have arrived at what I wanted. I said that I do not want to post on Instagram every Monday. Can you please alternate the platforms between days of the week? So now if you see in week 3, Monday is Facebook carousel post showing the evolution of your standing desk, but in week 4, the Monday is LinkedIn interactive quiz and stories. So it has now changed the way it was giving me the schedule, and now it has made sure that it is not repeating Instagram on every Monday, Facebook on every Tuesday. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me the 4-week schedule in a table form. So can you please provide me the content schedule for the 4 in a table form? Please include ideas for visuals, captions, and call to action all in the tables. Let's see what we get. Now I have all my 4 weeks, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all 5 days in the week, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. ChatGPT has learned that I am not looking for a static sort of a strategy for my social media platform, that I am following the same platform on every day on a particular day of the week. Instead, I want something mixed and matched. And that's exactly what it has done. Also, it has given you the visual, the caption, and the call to action in different columns, as I had asked. These emojis, for the sake of the table, they can be removed. You can prompt ChatGPT again to remove these emojis. The most powerful thing here, and this probably is a reiteration, you can take this whole table and you can send it out to your client. You can say that I have formulated the whole month's content calendar, and this is exactly what I'm planning to do. If they ask for details, then you can pick up a particular day, pick up a particular instance, and ask ChatGPT to expand on that. And then also present those ideas to your client so that it shows that you have done your work thoroughly, you know exactly what you're saying. And in order to make sure that you do get the message across and that you do show them that you know everything, guys, it's extremely important to read everything that ChatGPT is giving you. Remember, we're not here to create shortcuts. We're just here to become more efficient at what we do. So you could have made this whole table by yourself as well. You could have come up with these ideas yourself as well. What ChatGPT did was it read all the data that you had given, and it has given you a much more optimized and much more efficient way of designing your content calendar. And then this content calendar can be used to do your marketing strategy, In essence, this whole calendar or this whole table is your marketing or your social media marketing strategy.